What up, everybody? We're back with our Tennessee dynasty. We knocked off Georgia in the last episode. We actually had a game in between. It was an overtime game against South Carolina in which we won 23-16. I'll show you guys that real quick while I finish the intro. So we got BAMA this week. I'll catch you up on all the recruiting and kind of just where everything is around the country. But here's the stats from that game. Not a lot of passing or completing, per usual. A lot of running. Evans being our guy. Again, not much receiving, though Peyton had a great game. Defense is still one of the best in the country. Our defensive coordinators got those boys in shape. So, before we get into this week's tasks and, of course, our game against Alabama, I do want to show you guys a couple of things. So, the first... They're both mods that we're going to add to this series. The first one will be this one, which is a playoff mod. Now, you have the option between 4 and 8 teams. So if you guys just want to let me know in the comments if we should go with reality 4 teams or spice things up and go 8 teams, since that'll probably be coming down the road, let me know. But it's fully customizable. I just have to load it in once the season is over. So let me know on that. And the other one is this progression tool. So same thing, it won't really have any effect until the off season. But you can just see here there's 4 different features with this mod. The first is the NFL draft declaration. It kind of just makes it more in-depth and you can more easily see what's going on around the country. It kind of gives you that transfer portal feel as well, since it also involves transfers. Player progression, this is the big one that I'm interested in. It makes it a lot more realistic and in-depth, the off-season training, as opposed to just like random stat boosts. So you can see here it says, take a look at which players use their off-season to improve their football skills and which used it as a vacation. And then it goes into the different factors like program facilities, history of going pro, ratings of the head coach and coordinator, potential, discipline, etc. So I think that's going to be cool. And then they also have the feature to look at history, to see maybe if you had a 1-star recruit turn into a stud, or really just look around to see your recruiting history and how they've progressed. And then same goes for the draft history. We'll be able to look back at pretty much every player that's gone pro and see when they were drafted and where. So those are 2 mods. We are going to roll with both of them when the time comes. But for now, we are just in the vanilla NCAA 14 revamped. So I'm going to go through some of the recruiting and stuff and look at Alabama's roster and see if we need to prepare anything, and then I'll get back to you guys. All right, so kind of just went through and reminded myself what I did on the recruiting side of things after the last video, and everything's still pretty much where it is. Looks like we're going to get Damon Everett, who is the pocket passer 4-star with the 90 throw power, which is something we really need in our offense, and he also has better accuracy than Milton already. So he might be an instant starter, especially if Milton continues to struggle, but we'll see what happens there. Also looking good on Rashad White, who is just the stud 5-star power back to come in and replace our current core running backs. Maybe not his first year, but definitely down the road. We're also looking at Tim Roberts, who's another power back, just because we do have a lot of those formations with multiple running backs, or maybe can move someone to fullback. A little more behind there, but that's how the running backs are going. We do want to get some fullbacks in, since right now we don't have a true fullback on our roster, even though we do run the power eye, Maryland eye, etc. So we're looking at 3. There's not really any good options here, and we're pretty behind on all of them, but hopefully we can bring at least 1 in. If not, that's why we have Tim Roberts here. Maybe he could play a little fullback for us. Receiver, we don't really need any of these guys, but we're in the lead on all of them. Not many points going into them, so hopefully some of them start committing. We won't have to worry about receivers for a long time. Tight end, we do want more blocking tight ends, especially to get the outside run game going, but also some competent pass catchers as well. As you can see here, these are basically all blocking tight ends. Here in Washington's actually balanced, but we're pretty behind in this category as well, not as much as the others. You can see here no one's really recruiting these guys, so hopefully we can get at least one of them. I haven't really gotten too far into the scouting to see who would fit best, but they're all pretty much the same. Obviously, Spencer Evans, a little better tackle. Nothing really interesting going on here. Just want to bolster our offensive line for the future. The guard, we talked about this last time, but Matt Bell, the plus 12 diamond in the rough 3-star recruit, is our main target here. Michigan has a decent lead on us, so we're going to have to try and close that gap. We're putting in max points there, and we also are in the lead on Dwayne Gaddis, the #1 run blocking guard in the nation. Be hyped to get both of those guys, but at least one would be good. Brian Carter, who is the #5 pass rusher in the country. We're behind to Georgia, but not too far behind. Anything can happen. I do have to start looking into some of these visits. I don't think so we can't get him, and I don't think any of the other ones were ready for a visit. But those are big boosts that we could use. And then we're also in the lead on Tyler Williams, where we're not spending really anything on him. And he's a +5 scouted player. So if we don't get Brian Carter, we can at least hopefully get Tyler Williams. D-tackle, Seth White. Again, most of these guys I didn't look too much into since we're the offensive coordinator. But I'll just go through them quickly just so you can see where we are. Try to add a few more for positions where we were just way behind. Looks like we're going to get this safety as well, another 4-star. And then the athletes, we're in the lead actually on Wilcox, who's a 5-star athlete. Let me see what his stats are. He's got 89 speed, decent jumping. Looks like he's probably a running back or a scrambling quarterback. If you look down there, his throw power at 82, throw accuracy at 84, decent carrying, decent juke move, really good elusiveness and break tackle. So we might be able to use him in like a wildcat type of way next season. And then Pierre Hayden, also one I'm excited about. Didn't get the best scouting on him, but he has A speed, which is still hidden. And then you can see he has 76 zone coverage and also an 85 juke move. So he seems like he could play on either side of the ball. I'm not sure if it'll let him play both, but I'm definitely interested in him just to use as a utility guy. So really quickly, ready for visit. Yeah, 0. So I just wanted to make sure on that. That's where recruiting is. We'll check in again after next week, and hopefully some of these guys have committed. Gonna go look at Alabama's season and players, see what we really need to prepare for and what might work and what might not. So I'm gonna do that real quick and get back to you guys with what I find. All right, guys. So I looked through the roster and the stats, and as a wise man once said, "They are who we thought they were." Bryce Young, probably going to win the Heisman. 1,300 yards, 15-2 ratio. Not too many yards per game, I'm sure. Saban's yanking him out at halftime most of these games. Also a solid rushing attack, which hopefully our coordinator's ready because they're obviously an offensive powerhouse. Didn't look too much at that, but on the defensive side of things, their 2 leading tacklers are their 2 edge rushers who are both 92 and 98 overall, so good thing for us that we're not really a passing team, but they're going to be in the backfield all day. I did look at some of their cornerbacks. If I can go over here, yeah. I don't know where interceptions is. Oh, there it is. Okay. So Jordan Battle, obviously, and they have Job and Moore. Wright's a strong safety, but these 3 corners all in the 90s and all with 2 interceptions this year. So if we do get down and have to start passing, this could definitely be an issue as they're just better than our receivers. Luckily, it doesn't look like they have too many studs. This D tackle's an 81. I don't know where the other is. Here he is, an 86. So hopefully running up the middle is going to work. Their middle linebacker is kind of a beast also, but if we can just get that one block, we should be good. And just if you guys were curious on our side of things, how the season is going. Hendon Hooker's got in for a few plays during injury, but we're going to roll with Milton. I know someone in the comments last episode said start Hendon Hooker. We're going to go with Milton. He's got us to a pretty good start this year, 6-1 at number 16 in the country, which could definitely get us to the playoff, especially with a big win here. Does have 10-10 though, a really bad ratio. So again, not sold on him, especially going into next year with that freshman coming in. Rushing, Evans having a career year, should break 1,000 yards at least within the next 2 weeks, maybe this week, hopefully. But yeah, 900 yards, 5 per carry with 5 touchdowns. Exactly what we'd expect with our high run offense. All of our receivers are kind of spreading the love. Hyatt, clearly our deep threat, is leading in yards and touchdowns. Blocking doesn't really track very well, but Carvin has 8 pancakes and 0 sacks allowed on the interior left side, and then right has 3 pancakes, only 2 sacks allowed. Definitely our 2 best linemen stat-wise, and it looks like overall wise as well. You can see 78 and 77 there for our center and right guard. Defensively, I am turning down the game clock a little because we have 4 of like the top 10 tacklers in the country. I think the games are just too long, or the sim doesn't work correctly. But 41 tackles here is our leading tackler, and Juwan Mitchell, our star middle linebacker, at 39. A lot of people, though, with a bunch of tackles this year. Blakely also with 5 sacks. So our defense should hopefully be able to hold up at least a little as long as we can control the clock and the possession. With our run game, we should be good to go. And just quickly before we get into the game, I wanted to look at our conference standings because this can have a huge impact, this game and winning the conference in general, on this 8-team playoff or 4-team, depending on what we do. But first, the polls are pretty similar. I think we went through these last time, but just a refresher if you want to look at it with a playoff mindset. Appalachian State sitting at number 6. We're down at 16, but we do play BAMA this week and obviously have a few more big games for the rest of the year, so we could easily climb our way up there. It'd be interesting to see what our conference is looking like, more specifically in our division. So we beat Georgia, though they're ahead of us. They played more conference games, so if we were to win out the conference, we should beat them. But Florida, we lost that head-to-head, if you guys remember, I believe in week 3. So we'd really need them to lose if we want a chance at the SEC championship. So we already played both of them, though, and South Carolina, so no real ranked challenges on this side of the conference. Other side of the conference, we played Bama this week, obviously. Not sure if we play A&M, but they are ranked 4, and Bama is ranked 8, but they're actually behind them. And then Auburn and Arkansas are also ranked, so I will check really quickly if we play them, and then we will get into our game. All right, guys, so real quickly, I just looked at the schedules, and we do play Auburn in week 11, which is pretty much our last big game. Obviously, every game is going to be tough in the SEC, but this is probably our last hope at getting boosted into that top 8, top 4 conversation. But first order of business will be to beat the Alabama Crimson Tide, and we are playing in Tuscaloosa, so this should be a good one. Let's get into it. So, guys, just looking quickly in the pregame here, it looks like John Robinson, or Brian Robinson, not sure his first name, and Jamison Williams are both injured, as well as their left outside linebacker. And we do have a corner out. Well, he says he's probable, but he has turf toe. So that might help us out, especially on defense where we might need it.
Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. One of the oldest and most storied rivalries in the South. The third Saturday in October clash between Tennessee and Alabama. Both sides getting loose as we get set for the third Saturday in October. Thanks for joining us here on the NCAA College Football pregame show. Now let's send it out to Brad and Kirk for all the action. We'll see you at the half.
This annual rivalry between 2 SEC schools is better known as the third Saturday in October.
It's time for the coin toss now, presented by Coke Zero. Real Coke taste.
All right, baby. Let's go. It's the third Saturday in October. It's the coin toss. Start with the ball. Kind of lay our dick down on Alabama. We're going to receive, obviously. All right. Coming out here now on first down with the ball. We're going to do what we've done all year and just run Evans. Scares me that they have those star players on the right side, but see if we can get something going. Start the game. And what a tackle there. 0 yards on the game. I do want to keep the run game going, though. I'm going to go at him here with more of an inside run. I feel like we're not going to be able to get any outside angle on him. So right up the gut. Take 5 yards there. Got to feel it out a little bit. And this way we should open up the deep ball to Hyatt, especially with that cornerback that's out. Staying in the pistol here. Big third down on our first drive. Don't want to get a 3 and out here. We're going to go for slants. The crowd's getting loud, though. I don't know. Hyatt's one-on-one out there. It could be cover 2, though. I'm going to send him deep. That safety's dropping. Do I have him? Oh, what a horrible throw. Milton definitely shook by this crowd in Tuscaloosa. All right, our defense, the big turnover. So we get the ball in great field position here, and we're going to come out in the Maryland I. Again, this is why we need fullbacks. You see some D linemen in there, but just going to keep churning, keep on churning. Let our defense play defense. Let our offense just run the clock out. That's how we're going to win. All right, let's go back at him. Oh, just got bamboozled by that defense. All right, another third down here. Haven't been able to do much in the run game, but we got to stick to it. See if Milton can make a big play here on 3rd and 8. Okay. As his running back, drops it. And that's going to be 4th down. We're going to have to punt that one away. That was a big drop. No field goal. Had to punt it, and BAMA went down and scored, unfortunately. Now we're going to have to start digging into the playbook, getting away from what we do, which is always scary. Looks like he has him. Oh, and Joe makes an incredible cut on the ball, and that might be 6. Nice tackle by Milton to save the touchdown. But look at that jump. He's sitting wide open on the curl. A little bit of a late throw, but this is what I meant when I said we wouldn't be able to pass. As expected, Bama scores there from the 1, and now we're down in an early hole here. Going to try and get back to the run game and slow this down a little. Let's go outside. Go. Nice blocks. All right, we could have made that a lot bigger if we got that 1 extra block, but I'll take it. All right, we've been running a lot. We're going to go for a screen pass here to see if those DNs get a little antsy. Should be open. It's wide open. Evans is gone. Oh, tries to lower the shoulder. Gets the first, though. Gets absolutely tattooed at the end, though. All right, coming right back at him. Our first down. Maybe we can find a little rhythm here towards the end of this first quarter. Give it to Evans again. He's got the outside. No, he doesn't. I thought he had it, but that DN, of course, their leading tackler, makes an incredible play on the ball. All right, I think it's time we crack out the play action pass. This is a boot to the left. We've been running a lot. You can see Small is in. I think Evans is even tired. Looks like they're biting. Another interception. His receiver was in front of him by about 4 yards, and Milton just throws it behind him. He's really playing on the hot seat right now. I don't know if I like this. Our defense holds strong to only 3 points, but it is a 3-possession game, and I don't see anything from Milton here. There might be a halftime substitution. And they bring the blitz there, pick up 2 yards, but maybe should have caught him off guard with a pass there.
We've played 1 quarter. The Crimson Tide in front, 17-0.
All right, so that's it for the first quarter. Not where we want to be. This is a big drive here. See if we can get a first. Slant again. And he has Peyton. I thought he was going to throw another pick there, but this time he leads him correctly towards the sideline. 20-yard gain. And now the defense might be a little less likely to blitz. All right. They are packing the box here. I think I might go with a play-action pass. Originally called a run. I think I called the wrong audible, actually. So we're going to just run it, see what happens. Gets the edge, cut up. Fall forward for 4 yards. It's all we need, Evans. All we need. Come on, boys. We're in the pistol again, and we're going to try something that we've been doing the past couple of weeks, which is the read option. Milton's more dangerous with his legs than you might imagine. So let's see if we can get anything here. It's a give read. Right up the gut. Evans! Oh, I thought he was going to take it to the house, but what a gain. And what a play. Going to run it again here. Defense is starting to wear down a little from this drive. Maybe we'll look to Hyatt in one of these next couple plays. And he gets tattooed again. This defense is blitzing all night.
He won't miss that tackle too often.
All right, I think the only way we beat this defensive end is going to be given to someone who already has some momentum, so we're going to try and run the jet sweep out of the Wildcat here to the outside. And there's nothing. I should have gone to the wide side of the field. Probably a bad play call, but Fedarian Mathis is just tearing us up over there. All right, another third down on Alabama side of the 50. Let's see if we can get it here. He has him, Tillman. Nice quick read there from Milton, who looks like he's finding some confidence. An 18-yard gain there after a 20-yard gain earlier on this drive. We're going to try the jet sweep again here, but out of the same shotgun formation. Looks like there should be space there if Keaton can get this block. Tillman cuts it up. First down and more. Down to the 4. The offensive coordinator's dialing it up now. So now we're coming out in our power goal line formation. We're actually going to fake the jet here and have Milton run it behind our big boys. Touchdown! Brilliant execution. The linebackers were frozen in their boots, and Milton gets us on the board, and it's still a game here in Tuscaloosa. Well, our defense was holding as long as they could, but Bama drives the length of the field and scores again. So now it's on the offense's shoulders to make this a game before halftime. Gonna keep on running it. Evans with space. Decent run there. He's not great with that second cut, but he is more of a power back, so you can't expect much more. Coming at him with the fake jet again here. They've been biting. We're gonna actually throw it though, as opposed to passing. Gonna look over the middle to Keaton or Peyton here. What a snag by Keaton. Had to make that quick because they had a corner coming on the outside. Another risky throw, but Milton's really starting to find his rhythm here. All right, we need to have a little more aggression here. We're going to go play action. They're probably expecting another run.
Fakes to the back.
And he just has to throw that away.
The defense got some pressure and forced a bad pass.
I think they've been a little bit more aggressive here with their...
All right, we're going to try and pick up some yards here and then hopefully convert on third down. Evans, another 6-yard gain, 4-yard gain. We're going to run the hurry up. I mean, we have 3 timeouts and should be good here. I think I'm actually going to call a timeout, though. I don't like this formation. All right, coming out on third down here towards the end of the half. Need a conversion here. Need to put points on the board. Going to send Hyatt deep. Looks like he's in one-on-one if this corner bites on this option route. She doesn't. The option route's wide open, and Milton misses the throw again. We might have to go for this. So we have the ball back. Bama hasn't scored again, but we really need to start putting points on the board here. We're going 5 wide to start the drive. Hyatt wide open. First down. Let's get some momentum. Let's get some tempo.
Smartly run route, good protection, and a well-placed ball. Most times you don't need much more than that.
Let's run a little screen here. Maybe Jones is open in the Okay. Made something out of nothing there. They were pressed up. Actually going to try and run hurry up again and maybe hit him with a quick strike deep. They're in the same defense.
They come out in an empty backfield.
The safety's rolled up on the left. He's actually blitzing. I'm going to look for Hyatt. It's a horrible fucking throw. It's intercepted again. This has to be done. Hendon Hooker, down 31-7 here, replaced our quarterback. He's just not helping us win. So let's see if Hooker can do anything to help us here, as we really need to start slinging now. Finds a man on his first pass, Warren. Got to run the hurry up. Just going to keep passing. We need 24 points and not a lot of time, so. Finds Evans there. Get first. All right, let's just run this one up the gut. No time to waste. Actually, we'll hit him with the jailbreak. They seem to be blitzing a lot. What a play. Jones off to the races. Our left tackle missed that block, but a great play there. Let's keep going. We'll get a break here. All right, running the ball here. We have the numbers advantage. Let's see if we can get to the outside. Jabari Small just misses a cut upfield that could have been 6. Ugh, I hate to see that. All right, we're going to audible here to a deep ball. We're going to try and hit Hyatt. He's in one-on-one over there. If this safety doesn't drop, he should be wide open. And he does drop. Evans can't make the catch underneath. Now it's 3rd down. What a throw from Hooker. It's Jones again who's turning it up this drive. Score here, and it's not quite done. Hendon Hooker, 4 of 5 for 63 yards on his first drive here. Jones is in one-on-one again. I'm throwing that. And I don't understand that. It's supposed to be a fucking go route, and he threw it like it was a post.
He has to make better decisions than that. He should have known that there was no room to squeeze that ball.
I think they're going to be looking
well,
for more
boys,
success right here.
Anytime you give the ball away, it's
this is going to be a humbling loss, to say the least. And it's just, we can't get anything. The corners are too good. Our quarterbacks are too bad. We have 5 turnovers. This game's over. We need to go back to the drawing board, and we really need to recruit, because this team is not going to win us a championship. No shot. Oh, my God. They're too good. We're just going to run this clock out and avoid any injury. This is just embarrassing to even watch and play. It's too little too late.
So the offense back in the red zone here and looking to erase the memory.
See what happens now that we're back in the red zone. Wide open, Warren, dive. Just get some confidence for our young guys out here and get some points on the board. Evans walks in for the touchdown. Something for him, but just an overall bad performance today. And BAMA scores again. Now we're just trying to avoid the 50-piece. Hopefully this is the last possession of the game. Nice catch, Hyatt.
I'll tell you something. I'm loving this quarter.
Catch the fucking ball! Sorry, got a little excited there. Got to catch that, though, Jones. No, I did not mean to be running out of the pocket! I'm not a pussy. I'm just running this because I want to. I'm gonna get the first down. Hallelujah. This tight end route is open a lot on this play.
Picks up 6 yards with that grab.
All right. I'm liking what I'm seeing here from a hooker. He did have those 2 picks. Less than Milton's 3, though. But he can throw it a little. Definitely going to be a little chatter in the locker room this week as to who's going to be starting. Another good throw, another first down. Wide open, got to take that underneath. Hayden, another 8 yards. This is our best drive of the day. Might be playing their backups, though. I'm not 100% sure. Peyton over the middle should be wide open. Touchdown. All right, that's a good drive. That's something to take home with us. That's it. We get absolutely throttled by the Crimson Tide in Tuscaloosa, ending our hopes at a conference championship or of a playoff berth. I guess our only goal for this season now is to kind of progress our players and win a bowl game. And next season we are coming back with vengeance. We're going to go back to the hub now, look at how the recruiting shaped up, and then wrap up this episode and get ready for the next one. Just to quickly go over the stats here, Hooker actually came in and balled out, had those 2 early picks, but other than that, doubled yards, got us a touchdown, 12 of 18 throwing. He is a senior redshirt. I don't know if it's worth it to go with him for the last, 4 games of the season. I think we might roll with Milton just because it fits our offensive play style, but at least we know that we have a competent backup, and then next season we'll have Damon Everett, the freshman. Rushing, Evans only got 18 attempts in this one with playing from behind. Not his greatest game either. Did start to break it loose a little in the second half. Receiving-wise, Hyatt did what he could when he got the ball. 5 catches, 53 yards. Peyton had a decent game. I think he only had 3 targets, but all 3 were catches for 38 and a touchdown. Defensively, I don't know what happened this game. I guess we're playing the best offense in the country, but I mean, 5 picks doesn't help, but we got to shape up on both sides of the ball going into next week. So let's get out of here. All right, so I went ahead and fast forwarded to the next week, and as you can see here, we have a lot of players ready to visit, and we have some battles for some other prospects. We'll go through them here. Todd Wilcox is one of the running backs we are looking at. Rashad White. This is our main running back that we're looking at. I'm not sure who Todd Wilcox even is. I don't think he's on our board, but we'll look into that. Some defensive players, right tackle. Looks like a lot of these battles are starting to heat up. One of the fullbacks ready to visit. Others locked us out, which doesn't really mean anything. Our coach XP for last week, I'm not sure if we have a level. I'll check that out in a minute. But let's run through this really quick and see if anybody committed anywhere. We still have a heavy lead. Damon Everett, which is good. Rashad White, we have the lead as well. And he is ready to visit, I believe. Or was that the other one? Maybe it said we're in a battle or something. But we still have the lead there, and he's max points, so we got to hope for the best. Tim Roberts, we also have the lead. Oh, shoot. No, we don't. We're getting smacked right there. So I'm actually going to allocate a few more points to him. Fields, I believe, is ready for a visit. We're also going to give a few more points to him just because we really need fullbacks. Same with McCoy. Kilgore, can we unlock you? Scout you first. You're trash. You're off. Remove. Okay. There's no room for mediocrity here at University of Tennessee. Clayton Fields, let's schedule a visit for you. It looks like the most points he gets. Looks like any of these week are fine. So I guess we'll just schedule it here. Okay, Fields is coming. So we have some battles for these receivers, I believe. Penn State took the lead on Oliver. We still have the lead on Duncan, Jackson, and Corey James. It looks like he's going to go to Ohio State. So I'm actually just going to remove him and put a little more into these guys just to see if we can win some wide receivers. That should be good for now. We also want to get these tight ends. So now that we have some free points, we're just going to allocate a little more to all of these guys. And obviously Spencer Evans, our number one, we're getting demolished, but 500 points is a lot, so hopefully that can change. And then we'll look into giving scholarship to one of these guys if that doesn't work out. We might just offer him a scholarship off the bat, considering we have the lead. Tackle. We still have the lead on a couple guys here. This top tackle, he's actually the number 77 tackle in the country. Northwestern is leading. And we can close that gap, so we're going to do that. Looks like Matt Bell commits to Michigan, which was our diamond in the rough, which is very unfortunate. I really liked him. I don't know if there's a way for them to uncommit or something, but does not look like it, so we're going to remove him from our board. It's a good run, but we are in the lead on the number one run blocking guard in the country, so we're going to boost that up to 500 and try and secure that. Defensively, Georgia's starting to run away with Brian Carter. We'll put a few more into him, and we're going to offer Tyler Williams here a scholarship and also some more points just so he doesn't go to Vanderbilt. Michigan, again, leading on Seth White. I believe he's ready for a visit, so we're going to bump his points up and schedule that. I'll just do the same thing. So it looks like we get more points if we do it during this week. So we will do that. 100 extra points. Why not? Hernandez, number one. Let's finish scouting him because we can. 77 flat. Not terrible. A 4-star linebacker. We'll hope that we can beat Michigan. They're all over these recruits. So we have no more points to allocate. Let's just quickly look through where we stand with everyone else after that butt whooping we took. Looks like we're going to land Justin Thornton, 4-star strong safety. Okay, so Todd Wilcox is an athlete that they called a halfback in that screen. So we're going to schedule his visit. I guess we'll just... So why do you get more score later on? I think we can secure him if we just do week 11 versus Auburn. Pierre Hayden actually has his first visit with Maryland, who looks like they're number one. So we might need to start allocating some more points there. But other than that, that's what we are rolling with. And I'm quickly going to look at the rankings and the conference standings and the Heisman, etc. And then we will end this episode. So first for the top 25 polls. Number one, still Ohio State, followed by Oklahoma, Clemson, and A&M. And then pretty similar to real life down here, except Coastal obviously has dropped off in real life. Same with Indiana. Florida, Georgia, Miami in there. Wisconsin, Appalachian State loses big time against Mississippi, so they drop. Well, wondering if we're still... Yeah, we're 20th, so we could still have a ranked season, which isn't the worst thing in the world. So that's where the standings lie. The Heisman watch. Rashad White still number 1. Actually, yeah, he was number 1 last week as well. Probably the best running back in the country. Looks like Utah's running back is also having a good year. Kennedy Brooks, whatever. Isaiah Spiller, he's on that Texas A&M team. He's number 4, and De'Aaron King is leading Miami, obviously. None of our players, which is to be expected. And then in the SEC standings, we stay in the same spot. Looks like Georgia, yeah. So we're 2-2 now. So we're basically screwed unless Florida loses 3 more games and Georgia loses 1. But we're probably out of the SEC championship. Bama and A&M are tied for the lead on the west side of things. Not sure who won that head-to-head. But 4-7, that'll be a hell of a game if they haven't played already. So that's where we're going to leave today's episode. I think the next game you guys will see is Auburn, our next ranked opponent. We play some pretty mediocre competition in the next couple of weeks. So hopefully those are going to be victories. We'll probably be around 15 again for our next ranked matchup against Auburn. Of course, I'll let you guys know about the recruiting and where everything is. Also, a reminder from the beginning of the video that we'll have progression mods as well as a playoff mod, so it should be more realistic. Other than that, if you enjoyed the video, let me know down in the comments if you want to see me do something differently in this dynasty. Also, let me know in the comments. Subscribe, because I do post on an irregular basis, so probably the best way of knowing when I post is just to subscribe. It's free. But yeah, a tough loss. We're going to regroup, and we're going to come back stronger and get ready to close out the season. So thank you guys for watching, and we're going to go ahead and drop the beat.